Yeah, I mean, what a match. We knew it was going to be extremely tough. We've had some battles over the last few years with them, and their setter keeps you off balance all night long. And they've got players that can hurt you. They've got a few All-Americans, and we knew it was going to be a challenge. But overall, I thought we did a really nice job just kind of controlling our side of the net. Our touches weren't perfect all night, but our offense was very efficient. You look at the hitting percentage, we're well over 50% kill percentage. We hit 490. We only had 6 hitting errors on 96 swings, which I'm not sure I've done that here at Texas. And Rice was the first team all year to hit 300 over us, so they were extremely efficient as well. And so it was a battle of some big arms and big offense.
So do you have a sign to give Skylar to take over the match like that?
Skylar does a good job on her own. She likes playing in the NCAA tournament and jumps a little bit higher, but I thought everyone played well tonight.
Skylar, is there something about this tournament that just kind of gets you going? And going back to last season, your numbers were pretty insane.
I mean, yeah, every game could be your last game, so I'm trying to go out there and play my best, and I think my teammates give me a good opportunity, giving me the ball, and I do what I can do, and whatever I can do to help us win. So.
Logan, how confident do you feel with number 5 out there doing what she's been doing?
Oh, come on. I mean, I think whenever Sky gets set the ball, I have a bunch of confidence. I know she's going to put the ball away, or at least, put us in a really good position to get a free ball back. So, every single time she gets set, I have a lot of confidence in her, and I'm just ready to see what the other team can do to defend her.
So how much did it just seem like a lot of intensity, the last couple of years?
Yeah.
Your rivalry with Rice, how would you describe it?
Yeah, it's definitely a super intense rivalry since my sophomore year, first time we played them. They're a really great team. They have really athletic girls, and they play really, really hard against us. So we know every single time that they step in the gym with us, it's going to be an intense game. And so we have to bring our A game because we know they're going to bring their A game. So again, that win during the tournament is just super exciting. It's just going to give us even more momentum going forward.
Derek, you said you thought Rice was going to play better than September against Jones. What was your overall impressions of the challenge that they gave each other?
Yeah, we had a hard time stopping them all night. I think they did a really good job. Look, one of the big factors that you look at is kill percentage, and when they're almost, they're at like 45, 46%. It's hard to beat a team that way, and luckily our offense was on fire to be able to do that. But we didn't have the answer. We were trying to serve tough and get them out of system, but Carly kept them. She's just running down balls and giving them good quality swing after good quality swing, and it's part of the battle.
Coach, I know that you said that especially the second round is just like a critical round in the NCAA tournament. So what is the impact of winning such a hard game against Rice moving forward?
Well, we've been in a lot of them. I think it's, this game keeps getting better and better around the country. I just heard that Kansas got to the Sweet 16, so another team from our conference. But there's so many good teams and so many good arms and so many good coaches now. The game has got a lot more discipline in what teams are doing. And, I've always said that we've played the best when we have the best teams in front of us. And, we knew that Rice presented a test for us. I think our kids were on high alert. And, if anything, I think we were super jacked up early on. Some of our touches were spraying a little bit too much and some balls over the net. But I think we calmed down as the match went along.
Logan, do you guys ever give Skylar a hard time for how expressive she is on the court?
We can't say anything. I mean, that's how she plays her game, so we got to let her do what she does. Honestly, it helps us play even better. It helps pump us up even more. So, I mean, I'm not complaining. I love it. So, keep doing you.
Skylar, do you notice that you're doing it out there, or is that just you?
I mean, that's just me. I've been playing volleyball like that since I started playing, so I try to create a lot of energy and help my teammates get pumped up. So,
Did you feel like they were too jacked up a little bit early?
never, never,
No such thing?
no.
I mean, you, Logan.
Yeah, I think against a team like that, we kind of have to come in super jacked up because we know they are going to come out super jacked up. So I do think we were kind of really high from the beginning, and I think we did a good job after the first set of kind of reeling it back in and just kind of calming down, picking up our touches, and playing more of a clean game. But yeah, and I think against a team like that, we know they're going to bring a great game to the table, so we kind of have to come out with that kind of energy. So I'm kind of happy with the way we came out. We didn't come out dead. We came out with a lot of energy, and that's what we really needed tonight.
Yeah.
talking about how it's really hard to get like high fan attendance during like the first couple
Yeah.
of round of playoffs. Obviously, Greg was absolutely crazy tonight. Did that impact your performance at all?
I think Greg, the environment in there and just the atmosphere always helps us every single game we play. They help us create energy. Obviously we're going to come out hype and Skylar's going to do her thing and get us hype, but just having the fans behind us always makes us play better, elevates our game, and just makes it harder for other teams to play as well. So, I think coming into Greg and kind of selling out, having that many fans there was super awesome tonight.
Coach, do you have anything to say about that?
Yeah, I think our marketing team did a phenomenal job of working to get this done. I know that they were working around the clock, and we were making a big priority, and we've got some new people on board, and they've been bought into it, and it was fantastic. And it's great to see the support behind these young ladies. But thank you to our fans for coming out. We've got another big match, hopefully next weekend against Washington or Hawaii, depending on who wins that match. And it should be really exciting. And I would imagine that those seats will sell out because there's a chance that Nebraska will be coming down here, and they'll buy a good portion of those tickets as well, as long as the Kentucky fans.
Jared, Molly could easily be up here, the way she played tonight. What kind of boost did she give you, especially in that second set?
Well, we call Molly the silent assassin on our coaching staff. She's just she doesn't get a lot of the credit that Logan and Skylar and Bree and Asia and Jenna get, but she sees the game at such a high level, and she has an incredible arsenal of shots that she can hit. She's got a huge window, which means we can set her a variety of different balls, and she can make good selections out of it. And early on, she kept us in that game. I mean, she was hitting over 800 for the first game and a half.
It's hard to, I don't know if it's easy to say that the Texas Longhorn is overlooked, but do you
Yes.
think that she should not have been second team and maybe first team on conference?
Yes, without a doubt. I mean, you look at her numbers and where she has. I mean, it's one of the problems that we face. We just have so many good players, and those votes go different kind of ways. But I was talking to Jenny before the match, and she goes, "The player that scares me the most that you don't really game plan for is Molly." And because with Skylar and Logan and the other players that you're trying to scheme, and because you have to stop them. But when you look down at the paper and you see what Molly does, then it really opens up her offense a lot. And so, she doesn't have the same physicality as these players, but she's got great range. And we were able to create a little bit more speed based on the system that we run to be able to kind of create some spacing for her to see, because she sees the game at a really high level.
Very creative, isn't
She's our Larry Bird.
she? Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, it's hit one weird shot, just kind of, he was off balance, just kind of swatted it to the right hand for the winner.
She knows the game, and she sees the game, and she understands angle, she understands height, she understands speed, she understands spacing,
Yeah.
and she has so much trust from her teammates. I think that's the big thing.
Can you talk a little bit about the region? I mean, they didn't exactly do you any favors, did
It's a challenging region. I've been doing this a long time, and obviously, we got the Pac-12 champs, we got the SEC champs, the defending national champs, and we got Nebraska, who's the team that was half a game or a game out of winning the Big Ten. So yeah, I think if you talk to coaches across the country, they're going to say this is the toughest region. But we'll see how the cards fall, and we've got a great team. We're at home, and we've always played good against the big names. And so I know that Washington or Hawaii will have our attention next week, and it should be a really good battle. They've won, I think, 17 of 18.
Washington?
Yeah, they're playing extremely well right now. And so
But is it kind of a disrespect card? I mean, number 2, you would lose one match?
the hard thing about the selection show is just the RPI, and so there's so much weight put on the first 3 weekends of the season and how your conference does, and once you kind of get into that conference, it locks it in a little bit more.
Right.
And so, I had Washington 8-11 on my board, just because our RPI was lower, but they did win the Pac-12, one of the top 3 conferences, and
Right.
but it's part of it.
Do you use it?
No, we focus on us, and our girls know that they have to get through that. And when we won in 12, we had to go through USC, we had to go through Florida, and we had to go through a really good region to make that happen. And what it does is gives them confidence about what we're doing. And so you want to be in that, you want to play clean volleyball, and you want to be tested night in, night out.
Yeah. Does that add to a chip on the shoulder a little bit at all? You get a bracket like that?
No, I think Jared kind of hit it. I think we like playing teams like that. It makes us better. It's hard to get better during the tournament because you're focused on this could be our last game. But I think playing big names like that, and playing big teams like that, we really show up to the challenge and we get better, and it just helps us moving forward like throughout the tournament. So I don't think we're mad about it. I think it's gonna help us improve throughout, and yeah, I'm excited. I think we're gonna play some really good volleyball next week.
Is there any difference between this team and last year's team that fell just short of the big prize? Is this team meaner or nastier or anything like that? Either one of you?
I would just say we have the experience now. You know, I think we've a lot of us have been to Final Four and the national championship game, so we know what it takes, and we know how small that margin is between the team that can win it all and kind of fall short. So I think just having that experience, having been in that position last year, just prepares us even more, and like we really know what we want and we know how to get there. So I think it's just really helped us just being there last year and going forward again this year.
Scott, how did you feel as the team responded in that third set? Bryce was obviously taking a couple leads and really battling. How do you feel responding to that stretch?
Yeah, I think we responded great. We were going point for point, and I think that once we found a little bit of room, we took it and ran with it. I knew that we knew that they were going to battle with us. So I mean, we didn't really get frazzled. We tried to take it one play at a time and win the game. And that's how it went. I mean, that's how you have to take volleyball. You have to go 1 point at a time. The game can go, momentum can switch every other point. So just take it 1 point at a time.
Finish one more thing. Is there one thing that you think, boy, we really got to clean up for next week? One phase you feel like you're...
Look, there's nothing we can do. We're going to go back and do what we do every day in practice. We hit this skill sets, and each team's going to expose us in a different kind of manner. I think for us, it's going to get a little bit more confidence and work on our communication. It's really hard to hear out there, the seams and those kind of things right now. We almost need our fans to be quiet when the other team is serving to allow us to kind of communicate, because they're not hearing each other in those situations. But I think we just got to go back to the process and trusting what we do and playing Texas volleyball.
Tell them to shh.
Never.